Dragon Ball Kakumi is finally back after a pretty long hiatus, but we're picking up right where we left off, and you aren't going to want to miss this one, so be sure to leave a like on the video, share the video, and subscribe for more. And if you guys want to support the original creators of Dragon Ball Kakumi, all of those guys' links will be down below in the description and in the pinned comment. As we pick up in chapter 21, Cabba, Caulifla, and Admiral Fennel are taking Bulma to safety. Excuse me, but can we stop for a moment? Bulma asks. I think we've gone far enough to talk to you guys about something. Alright, Captain Cabba, Caulifla, we're landing, but stay alert, Fennel says to them. They land on a plot of land down below when Bulma goes on to explain to them that she took extra precautions for a situation just like this. She shows them the Hoi Poi capsules that her family's enterprise is known for. Cabba seems to know a lot about these capsules and how they can be used to transport large objects, but Bulma explains to them that the one weakness is that they can't contain living beings. Wonder how they tested that one out. What's your point? Caulifla interjects, to which Bulma just smirks and activates the capsule in her hand. Well, thanks to the help of the Tuffle researchers, I've solved the problem, she says, as the capsule reveals a large residential type structure. The living organism simply climbs into this cabin, and the Hoi Poi capsules take care of reducing this new device, and the atoms of the living body follow suit. And there's more, she goes on. Here's a reproduction of the Scouters that the Saiyans of my universe used to wear, she says, as she presents a briefcase with redesigned Scouters for them. Put one to your ear and you'll be able to keep in touch with me once I'm in the capsule, Bulma says, as Caulifla puts one on, and Bulma has one on as well. Good. I wish you all good luck, and I can't thank you enough for what you're doing for me, she says. She gets inside the cabin and the capsule shrinks back to miniature size as Cabba goes to keep it secure, and once he does that, Bulma comes screeching through the speaker in his ear, causing him to fall, but he's able to hear her loud and clear. It's like a luxury hotel in here, Bulma says, enjoying this mission a little too much probably. I'm completely undetectable, by the way, she tells them, so take care of yourselves, and if I have any ideas or requests, I'll let you guys know. Alright, Miss Bulma, we'll do our best, Cabba says. Even Caulifla seems to be warming up to Bulma a bit as she says that she's nothing like Vegeta. She has too much class. Now, all we have to do is decide on who will be in charge of Mrs. Bulma's protection, Cabba says, to which Caulifla makes fun of him for being so formal with Universe 7 all the time. Your beanpole skills suit you perfectly, my little Cabba, so we'll leave you in charge of her protection, and if you succeed, at least you'll be able to rise in your idol's esteem. You sure know how to talk to me, Cabba replies. Well, what she's trying to say, Admiral Fennel interjects, is that she has full confidence in you and thinks you're the best person while protecting your own. She doesn't put it like that, but she likes you. Mind your business, Caulifla says while blushing. Cabba proposes that he, Kel, and Caulifla all get back to training together once this is all over, and as they prepare to set out, Caulifla tells Cabba that he better not die, and likewise to her from him. I'll get Bulma to safety. For the rest, I'm counting on you, he says to her. And this is when Bulma cuts in again though and tells them that the whole reason for her traveling like this is so they don't have to worry about her safety. She tells Cabba to go all out, and if anything still happens to her even while she's in this miniature form, then that's just the way it goes. Well, Cabba, the girls ask him, now what will you do? That means I can't afford to make mistakes, Cabba says, getting serious now. He and Caulifla transform into Super Saiyan 2 before setting off. Back at the battle between Vegeta and Amaran, Amaran is analyzing Vegeta very carefully and makes an acute observation. You have more strength than you're allowed in this blue form, don't you? He asks. Vegeta says nothing. If unfortunately I'm wrong, that would be absolutely deplorable. It would be obvious that Bulma couldn't even hope to survive to the end of the day, he says with a hideous smirk. I won't pay any more attention to your pitiful provocations, Moonface, Vegeta says sternly. I know these young people inside out, and I know they won't fail. However, you're a little too prone to opening your big mouth for a god of destruction. Let's let our fists finish this conversation, shall we, he asks. It's at this moment, though, that Vegeta finally realizes something crucial. Bulma. What? What happened? Her ki just disappeared. Why can't I feel it anymore? He thinks to himself, panicking. Vegeta's entire demeanor shifts after this, and his ki becomes malicious as he regrets not being there to protect his wife himself. Oh, I think you noticed the same thing I did, Amaran says with the same hideous smirk. Vegeta is still silent though. Here we are at last, Amaran mocks. Vegeta would charge forth in a fit of absolute rage, completely riled by the apparent death of Bulma, but Amaran is honestly enjoying the fight at this moment, as he even stated he wishes it could last forever. Large quantities of ki are being extinguished all over the world, King Sadala says as he faces off against Dula still. First my soldiers in Broly's attack, then Parsa, and now Vegeta's wife, he says, clenching his fist. Then the cleaning is effective, Dula responds. I should have joined the fight as soon as you set foot on our land, King Sadala says. By refusing to act quickly, I've condemned children, citizens, and soldiers of Sadala to death. Those are some pretty big words for someone who hasn't managed to touch me once, Dula says, laughing. All of a sudden, a few more of his teeth managed to get knocked out, so right now he isn't working with much. King Sadala lands another vicious blow to the gut, causing Dula to curse him, but when he looks up, King Sadala is holding what appears to be a battle axe formulated from ki, holding it over his head like Thor's hammer, and in one simple swing, he severs Dula's arm. Dula begins to panic, looking for some way out of this, but King Sadala is already preparing to wipe him from existence with this next attack, so he asks, if you demons live so peacefully in darkness, then why do you take such pleasure in feasting upon our light? Nothing we can do about it. It's just the way we are, Dula responds. Us demons, born from chaos. All of a sudden, Dula's severed arm comes bursting through the torso of King Sadala as he wonders just how can this be? Was there a portal he wasn't aware of? King Sadala is no pushover though. He summons a monstrous amount of energy in his hand and places it to his torso where that wound is located. What? Doesn't this guy feel pain? Dula says, shocked as King Sadala is barely struggling to move with an entire hole through his body right now. As he finishes, it seems like the hole has been shut and healed for the most part, as King Sadala definitely expended a lot of power to do such a thing, but he's honestly been holding back this entire battle as he lets Dula know that now the time has come. King Sadala's energy starts spiking to enormous proportions, and before Dula knows it, King Sadala would finally reveal his very own Super Saiyan form. Back at the fight between Peppino and Salaga, Peppino seems to be landing some pretty solid attacks on his opponent after revealing his secret technique. How can you do so much damage when I feel almost no threatening ki from you, Salaga asks. Damn Saiyan. You're wrong. I'm neither a Saiyan nor a Tuffle. I'm just a child from planet Sadala. Salaga is no longer amused at this response though. The time for words has long passed, he says. Peppino readies their next attack, but Salaga pierces them straight through the stomach, ending this battle instantly. However, Salaga isn't the only one who has a few tricks up their sleeves. Peppino would appear behind Salaga again all of a sudden and delivers a drive impact directly to his back and sends him flying. Another hologram, Salaga says after being planted into a wall. Yet, this one gives off heat, a smell. Exactly what kind of technology is this, he asks. You seem to place a great deal of importance on rationalizing things for a magician, Peppino replies. Oh, I'm sure I'll learn a lot from you, Peppino, Salaga responds with a wicked grin. But you can duplicate yourself as much as you like, he continues. It's your corpse that will end up on the floor. Peppino delivers another vicious attack on Salaga, this time alongside the hologram. I think I finally understood, Salaga says after that last attack. Certainly his technique does me no small amount of damage, but as for all his other physical characteristics, speed, stamina, and even agility are all the same. All I should need to do is, but this is when Peppino interrupts and asks, what have you finally understood? That all this is pointless? My twirling force isn't even up to full speed yet. All I need now is a single blow to finish you off. This is when Salaga takes to the skies though and gets a manic look in his eyes. Peppino assumes that this is some sort of retreat, but Salaga begins manifesting a massive attack, and in one fell swoop, Salaga uses this technique to one-shot Peppino, who had no idea what was even hitting him. What was that? Peppino demands as he struggles to get back up. However, his body continues to restructure. Anti-space punch, Salaga replies, or as I like to call this, high-level magic. As you may have gathered already, it consists in being able to hit any obstacle closest to the direction of your shot and no longer takes into account the space between them. The result is an instant impact. So, ready for round 2, he asks, smirking. Saliga then releases a flurry of anti-space punches that send Peppino flying and put humongous strain on his body's restructuring process trying to heal. And now for the highlight of the show, Saliga says as he goes in for the final blow. But all of a sudden, a powerful punch blindsides Saliga and sends him flying. Oh good, you're back. You make my job so much easier, Saliga comments, smiling as Cabba, Caulifla, and Admiral Fennel finally arrive back at the battlefield. You've done more than enough harm. Time to settle this right here and now, Cabba says, as chapter 21 of Dragon Ball Kakumi finally comes to an end, and with the next chapter set for October 25th, guys, so mark that on your calendar. It's probably a safe bet that we'll be getting back to the battle with Broly next, and as you guys can see from the very last page in this chapter, there is a Kakumi animation for chapter 1 being worked on as well, so you know we're gonna have to react to that once it's done. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the entire Dragon Ball Kakumi playlist, which will be up on the screen and pinned down below in the comments. Don't forget to share the video, like and subscribe if you have been enjoying the content. But anyways, have a great day, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.